Yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Manchester United Liverpool show. Man United podcast meets the analysis at Anfield podcast, where we'll be talking all things Manchester United and all things Liverpool. So please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United related, please, people. A lot to discuss with both of these sides, in particular Liverpool, though. We have been in great form up until they ran into Luton Town on Sunday. So I got to welcome one of the Liverpool representatives, one of the analysis at Anfield representatives, my favorite Liverpool fan. You know what I'm saying? Man like Ram is in the building. Yes, Ram, what are you telling me? You good? You're on mute, fam.
I thought you were going to say Ryan.
Ah, you had this guy. This guy. You're an idiot, man. You're an idiot. But Ram's in the building. He's got his jokes. You know what I'm saying? He's got all his jokes. So yeah, we will be discussing, certain teams not being able to do it on a cold Sunday night in Luton. So we'll be discussing that.
You know why I said what I said, right?
Why you said what you said about what? In what sense?
I mentioned Ryan, yeah.
Yeah, I know why. So for those that
today,
don't know, just for clarification, I woke up today and seen the group chat, the Manchester United Liverpool group chat going crazy. So I'm in there, Ram's there, Ryan's there, Saint is there, and Stroh is there. So these lot are just going back and forth with Liverpool related topics. I'm sure Ryan will be here shortly. Saint will be here. Unfortunately, Stroh can't do these times, but big up to Stroh each and every time as well.
By the way, just a little disclaimer to the people. This will be, hopefully it's not the last one, but it will be the last one for quite a bit of time.
No, man, it's sad. It's sad. I'll let you explain to the people.
Because next week I'm starting a new job, which is funny enough in Luton. So I can't be going on to these streams at these kind of times. It'll just be a bit too late because I need to get there like 7 o'clock or even 8 o'clock in the morning. So I have to leave home around about an hour and a half before. So yeah, long days, but I'll be back. Yeah. Maybe during Christmas, innit?
Ram will be back, and plus you'll probably see him on other shows as well, people. So like weekend shows and stuff. Because you're good for weekend shows, right?
Yeah.
So you'll see Ram by weekend shows. Don't worry, man. We'll pattern it, people. You know what I'm saying? So Ram is here. But big up to Warrior JSC, Stephanie G, TJ Warren, Sheik, Eddie. Good to see all the regulars, all the new people locked in as well. But make sure, whether you're a regular here, whether you're new, whether you're in the comment section on a regular basis, whether you're a silent watcher, whether you're watching this back after, hit that like button on the video, people. Hit the like button on the video. Share this across all the socials as well, all them social media apps you are active on. Share this across all the socials and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. Hit the notification bell as well. Warrior J did say he was here earlier, but he won't be here for the whole stream. But let's just get straight to it. Thoughts on Luton Town 1, Liverpool 1. I'm assuming the overall feeling of that game was frustration. Also, what's your thoughts on Darwin Núñez this season? So 2 questions.
Yeah. Obviously, Warrior always comes in with the questions in hand, so big up to him, man. But obviously, the game, I did a little video of that, and overall, the game was shocking. The game was probably one of the worst performances I've seen in a very long time. Not one player in the attack was over a 2 out of 10, in my opinion, which says a lot.
Yes.
Mo Salah was crap. Darwin Núñez was crap. Jota was crap. They all stunk. And on the Darwin Núñez thing, look, you know me, Flawless. I've spoke highly about his praise. I've given him so much praise for the last couple of weeks. But this week, man, criticism needs to be given to him. First. He's not no baby, bro. He's not a baby. Some Liverpool fans have been mollycoddling him and treating him like a baby, and it's almost patronizing to an extent. He's a grown-ass man. He's 24 years old, and he needs to show something. When you're 24 years old as a striker, you don't have that much time. You've got to show something, show some repertoire about your game. And if you don't, then we have to question whether you're good enough for Liverpool. I kept it that same energy. I said, cool. Last season, cool. We'll give you that bedding in period. Next season, you've got to show something. And so far, he has shown. I can't say he hasn't shown something. He's shown something. And his season overall, barring look, even with the Luton game, he still had a very good season. The numbers that he's put up, GA wise, has been great. If you look at the minutes, it's even better because he hasn't started a load of games this season. So I am happy to give him criticism this week because it's deservedly so. But some of the stuff that I've seen about the hate that I've seen he got given, nah, man, I'm not all about that, man. Never hate on players. Criticize them 100%.
Yeah. Never hate. That's first. Ryan, were you saying you good first and foremost?
Yeah, good, man. How are you guys? You good?
Oh, bless. Ryan is in the building, and we'll go to the same question to you from Warrior J. Thoughts on Luton Town 1, Liverpool 1? I'm assuming the overall feeling of that game was frustration. Also, what's your thoughts on Darwin Núñez this season? And Jago, big up to you. I see you in the chat as well.
I'll start with the game. Like, there's two sides to it, to be honest. You can look at the result. It still pisses me off right now, just thinking about it. Just the fact we drew away to Luton, like, just annoys me in it. But like, when I after the game, you know, I was fuming, but then you take a step back and you look back at the performance and you think to yourself, right, I don't think we did enough. I don't think we created enough that we should have done. Do you get what I mean? I don't think we created.
You should have been more.
Yeah, exactly. Because of how the quality we have in our team and who we're playing against. Do you get what I mean? But we also did create more than enough to win that game comfortably. More than enough to win that game comfortably at the end of the day. You know, you look at I'm talking clear-cut chances during the game. You look at the first half, Núñez hits the bar, Jota has that chance which he should have scored. Even people forget Salah had a chance from like a corner or a free kick which he volleyed over, which I think he should have done much better with. I thought that was a great chance on his left foot.
With space.
Second half, obviously Núñez misses the sitter. Gakpo misses a great chance as well that he should have scored, in my opinion. In terms of he should have taken a touch and then shot instead of trying to take it, you know, a shot first time. And then obviously the goal and the Núñez chance. Like, yeah, we did more than enough to win that game, but at the end of the day, we didn't deserve to. We didn't play well enough.
Things, Ryan, you just listed off about 6 chances.
Exactly.
You lot created a lot of chances. Like, more than enough to win the game.
I don't think we created enough that we should have done due to how good a team we are. But
I get what you're saying.
Like I said, we created more than enough. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
I think 9 times out of 10 we win that game comfortably. Let's be honest. But it was just one of those days. But too many of our big players, especially in the attacking areas, had really, really, really poor games, man. Like Szoboszlai and Salah for me were the 2 worst players on the pitch. In my opinion, those 2 were the 2 worst. I don't know. They were just horrible. I don't remember one good thing either of them did in the game, to be honest with you. I thought Gravenberch was good. I thought Gravenberch was really good, actually, to be fair to him. Jota was poor. Núñez was very poor as well.
Jota was non-existent, bro.
Huh?
Jota was non-existent.
He was.
Yeah, Jota wasn't good.
And I don't like him playing on the left, but I've said this for a while. I think he's better down the middle, innit? I just don't like him on the left, innit? I just don't see what he contributes there. Like, genuinely, he doesn't have the attributes to play on the left, in my opinion.
What he's shown to be good on when he plays on the left is him dropping deep and collecting the ball, and then little 1-2s with the striker or with the other midfielders. He wasn't doing that. He was just staying on the left, hoping that the ball comes to him. And that was just a little bit lazy, in my opinion. That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I hear you.
And it's interesting that you say that Gravenberch was the only player that actually played well in the starting 11, because
I think Van Dijk played well as well. To be fair.
Yeah. I think Virgil this season, barring Newcastle, has been very good. And obviously Alisson,
Alisson as well played well.
Alisson's Alisson. He gets a bye for any game because he just sets levels.
He's just consistent, yeah. Like.
It's funny how you mentioned Gravenberch, because I believe out of the starting 11, barring Joe Gomez, who played out of position, which we'll get onto, he's the only one that knows that he needs to fight for his place. Whilst everyone else knows there was a cushion that they have, or they're either favourites or they've shown in the past that they can still put a stinker up, but still be on the next name for the next game week. And that just screams out complacency.
Yeah, I hear you. And even like you look at McAllister as well, like this is my problem with McAllister. Yeah, you can say he's playing DM. We didn't lose that game. We didn't not win that game because of a DM. The lack of a DM wasn't a problem. McAllister was just poor. On the ball, he was poor. You look at, and that's supposed to be his strength, but he was bad at it, man. Like, look at the yellow card that he got. Go and look back at the yellow card that he got in that game. And don't try and tell me that's because he's being played in the wrong position, bro. That was on him being a bozo, man, on the ball. That's supposed to be strength, and he's not showing that. That's my issue with McAllister this season. Like, I said this on the group chat, and Floss, I'm not sure if you saw it.
I might have missed it, but go on, let the people know.
Yeah, because people are saying, "Oh, but it's 11 games. It's 11 games." I hear that, but Jurgen Klopp wanted Mason Mount in the summer. If he'd have got Mason Mount and Mason Mount had performed like McAllister did, we'd all be cussing him. So keep the same energy. No, I'm right. We'd be cussing Mason Mount if he'd have got him and he was playing like McAllister. We wouldn't be saying
McAllister been that bad. I'm not just in particular this game. I'm saying overall, has McAllister been that bad?
He's been the quality of player we signed him for, and the quality of performance is underwhelming. Again, I would like to say that the price tag is flattering him a lot because he's not 70 mil. He's 35.
Well, if he was 60, 70, oh my God,
you're getting 35 million worth of play out of him right now, right?
But I think
that, bro.
No, but
that's not even been 35 M's. I've seen whatever you seem like at least 35 million.
He has moments of quality.
Some decent games. He's had some decent games, but not enough in my opinion.
I was gonna get to this because Sheik did ask, and he said, "Yeah, a question for Ryan and Ram thoughts on McAllister so far." So yeah, we're here.
The thing with Maka is like the one annoying thing that he does that annoys me a lot is trying to play that cutting ball in between four players where it just doesn't seem on. And the thing is, he does that a lot for Brighton when he's further forward on the pitch. So he used to do that when he's halfway through the opposition half and going towards the penalty area. That's why he does those cutting balls. But he's doing it on the halfway line in his own area. And if he doesn't get that right, straight away a counter-attack is going to happen. And that's my main issue. And the reason why I say more the fact that is why the hell is he playing DM is because he's shown previously that, he hasn't been working as a DM. And this is why I put a lot of criticism towards Klopp. He's not working as a DM.
Okay.
You bought a DM, you vouched for this guy, play the damn DM. And it's Luton Town. It's not even
the lack of a DM wasn't the issue against Luton Town, though. That the DM wasn't the issue. McAllister was
okay, fine. Ryan. I'm going to talk about the couple of counter-attacks that we had. If we swapped Endo out for McAllister, would Endo be able to track back and cover for those certain areas that we had to get?
I don't know, because Endo's not good either.
But I get what.
Don't do that. From the games that we've seen from him, the last couple of games we've seen on him, do you think he cuts it out?
Which ones are you talking about? Which counter-attacks? Because they didn't get out us that much.
There was the one where the left winger that Trent got skinned and then Konaté got
because that was Trent and Konaté being bozos.
And then McAllister was literally jogging back. He literally couldn't be able to track back at that point because
I don't think there'd be much difference there, to be honest. I really don't.
Okay, and then what about the actual goal itself?
I want to talk about Konaté in a bit as well because he's getting away with it as well.
Yeah, because Warrior J did ask for this, and Teletsu was asking me about getting on the show. Leave it with me, Lex. You know what I'm saying? I'm always like scouting for talent in regards to shows. It's just that it's stacked on this show. But big up my guy Lex. Large up everybody who is tapped in. Hey, likes is way too low. There's over 20 of you lot locked in, and we're even at 20 likes, and there's over 20 people. Like check 1212. Bump up those likes. Share this across all the socials. So hit the subscribe button as well, people. Get us we road to 9K. Get us to 8,560. But everyone in the chat, like I said, continue to get your questions in. Just keep them United or Liverpool related. And of course, if you super chat, we'll get to your question as well. But yeah, Konaté, Ryan, floor's yours.
I'll be real, man. This guy ain't getting the criticism he deserves this season. He's been poor this season, bro. Poor. I've always said Konaté's overrated, man. I think he's a good centre back. Don't get me wrong on his day, but like he's massively overrated. I don't get the hype, bro. I genuinely don't. Like he's a bozo. He's got a massive bozo gene, and he's always had this bozo gene. But this season, that's taken to another level. He's been poor, bro. The other day against Luton, shocking performance. Literally, I can name you mistakes. You know the goal they scored? People like, why didn't he bring him down? The reason why he couldn't bring him down was because he was on a yellow because he gave away a stupid yellow earlier on in the game. Konaté. He gives away stupid fouls. Even there was a chance Luton had earlier on in the game where it was a bad header that he did in the box and it fell to one of their players on the right and he shot over the bar. Like this, he should have got sent off against Everton. as well. People forget that he should have gone against Everton.
You're right.
Yeah, and then that would have put us in a difficult position. I still think I didn't watch that game because I was abroad. I couldn't watch it, but still, if it had gone 10 against 10, maybe it would have been different. I don't know, but yeah, he could have cost us that game. He's had bozo moments this season. I've been more impressed with Jarrell Quansah this season than him. I've seen games where those two have played together, and I've been more impressed with Quansah than Konaté. How are you letting a 20-year-old kid outshine you?
Now, this is where I can't. This is where I'd be like, okay, this is where you're going too far with it. What were your expectations of Jarrell Quansah when he first came in?
I was just like, yeah, give him Europa League games. Just give him some minutes.
So there was no expectations. There was literally zero expectations.
I had low expectations because I didn't know what I was going to get.
Compare it to Konaté, who previously had arguably our best performances. He was our best performer against Real Madrid in the Champions League final. He's picked him up. He picked himself up and stepped up in big matches, i.e. FA Cup semi-final and other Champions League games. Compare it to someone who hasn't even played a single competitive game for Liverpool. This is where you're going a little bit overboard with the whole.
But Quansah's been better than him this season when he's played. No one can tell me any different.
No, I don't disagree with that. But again, you're comparing a guy that's played only 3 games this season to a guy that's played 8 or 10. And who were the games that Quansah played against? Leicester City, Bournemouth.
Those same games as Konaté's played in as well.
No, but Konaté's also played those games, but also played against the likes of Chelsea, the likes of I think Tottenham as well. And
no, Konaté came on last few minutes against Tottenham.
Well, I don't know the actual games, but he's played quite a few of the majority of our Premier League games.
Saying he's played more than what Quansah's played.
Significantly more.
Yeah, first.
And I'm not saying that he hasn't been incredible or great. He has had really bad performances, but he's also had decent performances. So he's not been entirely crap. I think people forget about the bad performances and only focus on the good performances.
Should he be? He should be dropped right now. He should be dropped for Matip. Matip's been way better than him this season, and Matip's played enough to warrant a starting place.
Well, I can also say in multiple games where Matip looked incredibly shaky, man. Pedro Neto had him on skates against.
Pedro Neto had all of them on skates. He had Joe Gomez.
Yeah, but that doesn't change the fact that he had Matip on skates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
if anything, you're the most experienced centre back. You shouldn't be getting done like that. And it's difficult because you know what? I'm kind of glad that certain players in our team have found a little bit of form. Like Konaté, even though he hasn't been as good as he is, he's still good enough for most top teams.
I think he's quality.
Matip as well.
Quality.
And Ryan, I think, in my opinion, honestly, you should focus on more pressing matters than those kind of players, because even if they put in a stinker, they can come back and put in a better performance the next game.
But he's not playing well. He's having too many balls.
No, but this is where you go. This is where you're going too far with it, man. This is where you're going too far with it, because there's been multiple games where he's had decent games. No, but there's been multiple games where he had decent performances. This is where I'd say
some decent performances.
And that's why I think you should put more emphasis on players who have consistently not been performing well, i.e. a certain left back who got displaced by a right back who can't.
Oh yeah, don't get me started on Tsimikas. I know he's shit. He's the first player I'd sell at the club. He's the first player I'd sell at the club, Tsimikas. I can't stand him. Genuinely. I wanted him gone for time. There's no point talking about him though, because we all know he's crap. Even top Reds know Tsimikas is crap.
Oh, go on, carry on.
I think your criticism is understandable, but it should be placed on people that actually need more criticism than certain other players. And Konaté, even though he's had bad performances, has had good performances. And whenever he's actually had those bad performances, he sort of redeems himself with those good performances. So he's been inconsistent is the right word. Inconsistent. The inconsistent.
That's not good.
of
Yeah,
what,
I
of
yeah,
what Konaté is.
I think that's fair. I think you're saying, I don't think you're disagreeing with Ryan saying that he's poor. You're saying that there's players who have been worse with him and he's been inconsistent rather than be actually bad. Obviously, inconsistent is not good enough, but it's not as bad as just being bad all over. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, like certain players.
So let's get to it, because Ryan again said, let me not start on Tsimikas, who got on in KLFC. Good to see my Bajans in the building as well. Said thoughts on Joe Gomez and Tsimikas when he came on. So yeah, Ryan, we'll go to you, Tsimikas.
Why do we even have to talk about this guy?
Because you mentioned it. That's why.
No, Ram mentioned
don't
it
let
first.
me get started.
Ram mentioned it first, Ram.
No, but he didn't name him by name. You didn't have to.
Yeah, but he was talking about him. Oh my days, you're Tsimikas, yeah. This guy is one of the worst left backs in the Premier League, and I won't hear any different. Like he's that bad.
There are worse. I've seen worse.
No,
look at Manchester Red right there. Look at Manchester Red. There are worse.
Hey, don't.
Hey, Reguilón's better than Tsimikas.
Who we got? Wait, we only got one fit left back. Don't include us in this. We only got
all
one.
Their left backs, all their left backs are better than Tsimikas. That's United.
Don't get me started on Arsenal Red as well. Yeah. Because
who plays left back for them?
Zinchenko, and who's the other left back? Because they let Tierney go. He's just Zinchenko, right?
I think it's Kivior.
Yeah. That's like a Joe Gomez job. It's like Lindelof playing over there. Like,
he sucks.
Zinchenko's better than Tsimikas, and I can't stand
we're not doing the mid-off,
either.
Let's get to it. Tsimikas' performance against Luton Town, Ryan. Or if you want to start with this one, Rab, you lot decide between each other.
No, man. I think certain people in the YouTube arena, I've been on to Tsimikas ever since after the 21-22 season. It seems as though he just peaked and now he's become shit. Sorry, it is what it is. He's shit. And I've already spoken to, obviously, big up Callum, Drifty, and Matt from Coppish. Big up
Coppish every time, man.
I've spoken to them, man, and I've told them I'm already started looking at backup left backs or even young left backs to come in. Fair. So it just says a lot. And when you see,
sorry, Eddie's just cracking me up.
When you see,
that's in flawless. That's better offside traps than Andrew. These men said
it. Might be true.
Bear in mind, yeah. Bear in mind. Thank you. I take it as a compliment. Number one. Number two. This is what the group chat has been like all day. I woke up to like 160 messages unread in the group chat, and then I left it and I went back and it was like 120 more because it was these two. Saint was in there, Stroh as well. But go on, carry on.
Yeah, like, as in, I'm done with him as a left back, and I think we need to start looking for a younger option who can come in and do the business for me. And there are people out there that are available that is good enough if you look in the right areas. So yeah, that's really my point on Tsimikas. And seeing as though we were talking about McAllister, and if we want to segue this onto a different topic, talk about Andre. I'll let Ryan talk about Andre.
Speak about Tsimikas first as well.
Yeah, go on then, Ryan.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Then we'll go to Andre.
Tsimikas. Yeah, go on.
Honestly, bro, this guy, I still stand by one of the worst left backs in the league. I'm telling you, bro, he can't. His defending's horrible. He's just terrible, man. His defending, man. There's just no point discussing. That's why I was happy with that he started Gomez before I didn't have a problem with Klopp's lineup before the game. I genuinely didn't have a problem.
Don't tell me you were one of the people that wanted Gomez to play at left back
instead of Tsimikas. Yeah.
No way.
Was I
the only one? Was I the only one that was like, no, I'd rather have someone like Luke Chambers and Scanlon play there than Joe Gomez?
Are they youngsters who are left backs?
They're youngsters.
No, that makes sense. I get why you would prefer that.
I didn't think of that. I just wanted anyone ahead of Tsimikas in it. I'll be real. But you see Tsimikas, yeah. There's always been this myth about him that he's good going forward. This guy's ass going forward, bro. He can't cross. He literally can't cross.
I'll send you something of one of the left backs I'm looking at, and he is great going forward. I'll send it to you right now.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, but this guy can't. The only half decent thing Tsimikas has got is he's got a decent set piece delivery for some reason. His set piece delivery, whether it's a corner or a free kick, isn't the worst thing in the world, in it. But other than that, he's ass, bro. He's ass, man. Honestly, he just makes us worse every time he plays, man. Honestly, people kind of disrespected Robertson too much, you know, because like Robertson's lost it going forward, innit? Going forward, Robertson ain't great anymore, innit? But defensively, he's all right, innit, Robertson. Now, Ram, come on, Robertson.
He hasn't lost it.
No, he has. Robertson's lost it going forward, bro. He hasn't lost it for a while now.
No. This is where you're going. This is where you're going over the top.
I'm talking on
this
the
is where you're
attacking
going.
side. No,
yeah,
defensively, Robertson's still all right.
You know, you're still
forward,
going
he's
over
not
the
good
top.
either anymore.
He hasn't lost it.
No, he has.
Just it's not as good and it's not as consistent as it used to be. But he hasn't lost it because he's still producing those moments. He's lost it
going forward. Defensively, he's all right. That's why I'm happy with Robertson defensively. But going forward, I don't expect anything from him anymore because I haven't seen it for like 2 years, bro. I'll be honest with you, from Robertson. So, but like that's just, you know, I wouldn't sell him or anything. I'm happy with Robertson, to be honest with you. But yeah, Tsimikas, man, this guy came on and had the most absolute stink fest you'll ever see, man. Like, he's awful, man. And it just worries me how we're gonna. To be fair, what I did like is it showed that Klopp doesn't really trust him, in my opinion. The fact he started Joe Gomez there, it just showed that maybe he just doesn't trust him, which I kind of like. But then I don't know why we gave him a new contract. Maybe it was just to protect his value, so maybe try and sell him next summer to get money in for him. I don't know. Hopefully it's that. But honestly, man, like, he just stresses me out when I see him that's why I've got no hope when we go to City. But then at the same time, will he play against City? I actually don't think he will anymore, innit? So yeah, man, just get this clown out of my club, innit? Tsimikas, man.
You talking about Tsimikas?
Yeah, Tsimikas, yeah.
That's
awful.
That is crazy. Big up KLFC.
But you know what
I
don't get about him as well? He was good in that quadruple chasing season. He was actually good when he filled in for Robertson. Like, I'm not even joking. He was actually good.
Maybe he just hit his ceiling.
Probably.
And it goes back to what Ram was saying about Konaté and Kwanzaa in terms of the expectation. As a backup left back at that point, the expectation is not high. But once you
he's always been a backup left back.
But no, he always has been. But you said no. But what you said was
he never played the season before.
Yeah, you just said he was good the quadruple. So now, and next time you see him, you're expecting to see that level, and now you're not seeing that level. Now you're like, you're criticizing. That's what it is. Same way Kwanzaa's like that. Let's say Kwanzaa has a good season this season, for example, for you lot. Next season, when he plays, you're expecting him to either reach that level and maintain that, or go above that level. And if he falls short, you're gonna look at him. You're gonna look at him funny. Say again?
No. When it comes to centre backs, it's a little bit different with me. As in, like, I obviously hope that they maintain that level, but once they hit like 22, 23, they gotta push on.
They kick on.
There.
Yeah,
because it's a little bit different with centre backs. Because obviously, it's all for me. Centre backs is all 80% mentality and 20%. No, yeah, 80% mentality, 20% ability, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I hear that. You know what I'm saying? I feel I'm big up to KLFC who says Klopp needs to do better with rotation. Shabazz look tired, man. You man agree with this, or do you think it was just a poor performance against Luton?
Poor performance. I know he played against Bournemouth in the midweek game in the cup, but and he actually didn't play well in that game. I actually thought he was poor in that game. He maybe just been having a couple of bad games. It happens, man. He's been good all season. Thing is, I don't get onto Klopp with the rotation against Bournemouth because at the end of the day, it's still a Premier League side you're going away to in midweek, and that's a cup that we should be winning. We should be winning that cup now. There's no excuse for not winning this cup. Now, we're the best team in that competition by a mile.
Yeah, I agree.
So, in my opinion, we needed to get that job done the other day, and we got it done eventually, and we weren't great. So, but it was important to play some of your strong plays and get through that day. So I actually don't really get onto Klopp for that, to be honest with you, because it's a cup that we should be winning. So, yeah.
Where do you stand with this Ram? Badaman Ram. Where do you stand with this?
When it comes to Szoboszlai, it's like he has played, I think, the most minutes out of every single player. He's covered the most distance compared to any other player, but it's still, when you talk about a player of his quality, create from deep. I don't think he created a single chance if I can remember. And one of the things that we praised him for is creating from deep or creating from wider positions, and you just weren't doing it.
Do you think he should have moved him deep in the second half? When he changed formation?
He should have moved him to
that's the thing.
as
I
a
was
six.
thinking that instead of taking him off,
why?
like he did against Wolves.
Yeah, because Wolves, he did the exact same thing and he looked a lot better.
He was really good, yeah.
He was looking better at the end of the first half, but he was doing his thing as a six. That's why I was like, yo, Jurgen, why are you still playing McAllister when Soboslai can play in that deep line playmaker, and
especially when McAllister was on a yellow as well.
Absolutely, man. It made no sense.
I didn't get that at all.
It made no sense for me. But speaking of like McAllister, right, and it'll be a good segue if you don't mind, Flawless.
Do your thing, man.
Andre, and this is more directed towards Ryan right here. And this is people, you're gonna get a little snippet of what happened during that group chat. Now, don't mute, bro. I'm asking you questions.
Before you get to that, Andre, big up to Jez as well in the chat. Daniel, good to see my Doncaster Rovers done back in the building. Good to see you. I hope you're good. Yeah, go on, Ram. Floor's yours.
Yeah, Andre, are we getting him? 1 and 2. Do you think he'll change? Do you think he'll be a massive benefit for Liverpool? And 3, if question 1 is right, is yes, why?
I don't think we'll get him. I think Fulham get him. That guy's a good journalist, man. I'll be honest with you. He's a good journalist. I'm telling you,
you
man.
gotta add context to this. So, what is this with Andre to let everybody know exactly what it is?
A reliable Brazilian journalist came out and said today that Fulham are leading the race for Andre and Liverpool are looking at alternatives in the midfield. So yeah, I don't. The problem that I've got is, from what I've seen of Andre, I watched the final. I wish I hadn't watched that final now, to be honest. I only watched it because of him. But
I loved it. Literally, after 60 minutes,
it was a great game.
Zero formation, just pure chaos. And I loved it.
For those that don't know, Andre is a DM. Correct me if I'm wrong. Andre is a DM
he plays
in Brazil.
Plays
Liverpool have been linked with heavily. How old is he?
22.
22, there we go. So they've been linked with him heavily, but now some reports have come out stating that Fulham are leading the race to sign him. How reliable these sources are, I don't know.
But the thing is, if Fulham are leading the race, then that just shows for some reason Liverpool are pulling out of signing.
But wait. 1 is leading, and 2 is this. So it says here, big up to Warrior J. Fulham are currently the strongest candidate in England to move forward with signing Andre. Liverpool are working with other options in the market to strengthen the midfield. That's from Bruno ANDRD on 12. So I'm not sure how reliable this person is.
Bruno Andrade,
yeah. Is it Bruno Andrade?
Really reliable.
He's reliable. I'm saying, I said Andre to Fulham, Paulina to Liverpool. I need that. Hey, Paulina, I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking at him funny after what Bruno did to him, but that's a whole different conversation.
Uncle Jester, I'll tell you this. Yeah, he plays for Brazil. I think he starts for Brazil as well.
He plays for the national team.
He has a couple caps on his name.
All right, okay.
So he's very highly rated.
Okay. But Zia's not having it. He says he looks shit and basic to me. Does my head in at DM these days can cost over 15 million. Also as well, Jez rates him though. But Kay saying it's if he's our first choice target, we should be getting him. Personally, I ain't too keen on him. That's what KLFC is saying. But yeah, go on, Ram.
No, I want to hear what because the problem with this, right, leading the race doesn't mean he's done. And we've said it on the group chat. Tottenham were leading the race for Luis Diaz.
Facts.
Man United were leading the race for Gravenberch. Leading the race for Nunes.
I don't think United really ever leading the race for Gravenberch. Gakpo
was, yeah.
No, they were.
But Ram's point still stands. Yeah, his point still stands.
I mean, apparently Manchester City were leading the race for McAllister. Or United was.
Nah, I never heard that.
Sorry, Man United were leading the race.
No, he's always Liverpool from McAllister.
But I get Ram's point in regards to we've heard this before.
Nah, I hear you. If Liverpool really want Andre, they'll get him because he'll. Let's be real. You either has good chat or you want. He's choosing Liverpool over Fulham. Obviously, let's just be honest with ourselves. He is in it. If Liverpool don't get Andre, it's because Liverpool themselves have decided not to pursue him. But I just don't get it because 1 minute. It's like they're changing targets every 5 minutes, Liverpool. First you want Lavia, then you want Caicedo, now you want Andre, now you probably want someone else. What's the plan? You keep changing every 5 minutes. Whatever your plan is, it's annoying.
There's certain similarities between Andre and Lavia that I can see.
They're both better on the ball.
To be specific, I think good passer of the ball, combative, mobile, and also defensively sound.
Okay.
There's certain similarities that I can see with them. I think the big one is mobility. They're both very, very mobile.
And the thing is, I think apparently Klopp wants his kind of DM to be like more of like a ball player, DM like a deep line playmaker rather than an out and out destroyer.
That's what Ryan. That's right. That's the one thing I would agree with Ryan. And Kay, I just saw your comment right there. Maybe Klopp doesn't want a destroyer.
Maybe he wants someone who's mobile and screens.
Mobile, who's aggressive and mobile, or is better on the ball, who could pass the ball.
Okay.
A bit like Owen Hargreaves to a little bit of an extent, because Hargreaves.
Fair, that's what you're saying. Yeah, he was good technically, but he was very mobile and winning the ball. It just injuries. Like people always sleep on how good he was in that 08 season. That double winning season.
He used to play on the wing He used to play in the wing for Bayern Munich.
Yeah, he's played on the wing. He's played central midfield. He's played as a DM. He played right back that season for us. Like people really underestimate Owen Hargreaves in regards to what he offered. 110%.
Back in the day, in Germany, especially Bayern Munich, the wingers used to be very technical footballers. Like one player I remember was Sebastian Deisler, who was a very, very highly rated German player, very technical footballer. And if you have the capability of playing as a right midfielder for Bayern Munich, you have to have a little bit of something about you.
That's right.
Yeah.
And just as to answer the question, Ram, he wasn't talking about them being similar in terms of experience. He's talking about like attributes, like what they both do, like both being mobile, both being good on the ball, etc., etc. I don't know anything about Andre. I'm a big fan of Lavia though. So if he is similar to Lavia, then
if anything, he has more experience because he's actually played at international level. Whilst Lavia,
what nationality is Lavia? Belgium, to be fair.
Belgium, right? I don't think he's played.
Wow,
I think Lavia has played for Belgium, to be fair.
I have to have a look.
That's a decent midfield with him and Onana in there.
He's just played. He's just played.
Yeah. See, KLFC, you asking me questions you don't answer to. That's why he asked me if I'm confident tomorrow's game with a laughing emoji. No, I ain't confident going into any game. Well, I've not. Yeah, Jez is saying he has played as well. Let's see what else.
It still pisses me off we didn't get Lavia though, because like they're just pissing around with £4 to £5 million, man. Fucking hell, what's wrong with
one thing I would say though, Andy makes a comment, and Flawless knows there's a player from Argentina that has a famous dad, and I want him to play for my club because I rate him so highly. And you know who he is, Flawless. And
go on, who is it?
He used to play for Real Madrid, his dad. Federico Redondo. That guy is serious.
Remember his pops? Jesus Christ.
Serious. That guy is serious. He's a good player. A very, very good player. And a proper, has a deep line playmaker abilities, but also anchors as well. He's a proper anchor. And I really want us to get him, but I don't think he's going to come to us. I think he's
who's his club side?
River Plate.
Oh, okay.
I think he's got Real Madrid written all over him.
More highly likely.
Hey man,
actually their midfield stat.
Real Madrid need to give us Tchouameni then, innit?
Their midfield stat. I don't think that's how it works, Ryan, to be honest.
Hey man, I'm just putting it out there, innit?
Hey,
I think he can also play centre back as well, Redondo. I think he could also play centre back, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah.
First, Naz is saying Andre is very good, so good that they make him take goal kicks for distribution, sometimes for Fluminense. All right, if that's the case.
Yeah, I don't know if this is true, but apparently Atletico has a kid called Riquelme.
Wait, who has a kid called Riquelme? What, Riquelme? Wait, Riquelme's got a son?
There's a kid that I've seen is called Riquelme. He plays for Atletico Madrid. I don't know if it's his actual son.
Hey, let us know in the chat. You know what I'm saying? If it's his actual, because Riquelme, they're like the original baller.
Yeah. If he has, then you're gonna feel so old.
Well, facts.
It doesn't say anything. Doesn't see anything.
Because Redondo, I remember him, but like vaguely, because Redondo was like really like he's slightly before I started watching ball like that. But like Riquelme, I remember.
2003, he still tore up your midfield though.
Yeah, but I was just like 13. Like I'm not as invested as when I was like, like my older teenage years and 20s and that. Yeah, I forget about them things. Hardy, hilarious guy. You know what I'm saying? So funny. Look at this fool. You know what I'm saying? Andy said flawlessly United after a centre back. Fabrizio Romano tweeted about that. Like, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, stating that we're looking at a centre back. Why? I don't know. Because Martinez, they're saying he'll be back in the new year. You've got Varane, you got Lindelof, you got Maguire, you got Evans. So it seemed very strange considering. But we was looking at one in the summer and didn't get a senior one. Like, there was no way that Ten Hag was like, yeah, get me Johnny Evans, even though Johnny Evans has done all right. So maybe we are looking at a centre back, but we need new everything. So if we get a centre, I'm all for it. They want to bring in a centre back. I'm fully for it. Because that being said, yeah, I'm just tired of everybody. So yeah, bring me in a centre back. Send in whoever we buy, send Lindelof there. Is Varane leaving in January? Is that what he said? News to me. You know what I'm saying? If there's any source to
Sounds
that,
like
just let me know.
news.
If there's any
Yeah,
source to that,
I've not heard. That sounds like fake
that's news
news
to me. Who knows? I'm not going to put that as the title. You know what I'm saying? Varane might respond to me on Twitter. I don't want them problems in it. Shah, Rashford.
But I need to call something out, Ryan. Yeah.
Hmm.
After when we said if we don't get Andre, we're finished. Why do you say that?
Because we won't get anyone else.
How do you
No,
know?
I know the way this stupid club works, man.
How do you
Been
know?
doing this for time, man.
How do you
They
know
do
that?
this all the time, man.
There's
They just won't
multiple.
get
There's
anyone.
multiple DMs available on the market because I literally listed out 4 names for you. One of them's already taken because he's already just signing a new contract with Juventus, which is Locatelli. But there's so many. I've named about 5 people that I've mentioned in this stream so far. I'll say it again. What's his name? Redondo, Ezequiel Fernandez.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Anton Stack, Sadi Özcan, and Martin Zubamendi.
Zubamendi's overrated.
Like how Mickey van der Ven was overrated.
Oh,
I am not taking. Have you seen Zubamendi play?
Yeah, I have actually. I don't think.
No, don't give me no Mickey van der Ven. I saw Mickey van der Ven and he looks average. I want proper analysis.
I just don't think Zubamendi is what we need.
In what sense? In what sense?
I just
Plays
don't think he'll
centre-back.
give us what we need.
Plays DM, can pass the ball.
He's good on the ball.
defensively,
I admit that he's good on the ball, but
Great reading of the game.
I think he'd be better as an 8 personally than a 6.
An 8.
That's just my opinion. I just see an 8 in him, man.
No, I know he's nowhere near an 8. No way.
I see an
He's
8
either
in him,
6
man. I'm telling you.
centre-back. For me, 6 or centre-back. He's not going anywhere forward. Ryan, please do not. Please don't tell me he could play as an 8. You can't.
I'm not having it.
I can't have. I'm not having it, man. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I'm sorry, Ryan. Nah. I want him as a 6, or I want him as a 6. That's it. That's it. He plays centre back at times, so he must be. I know someone just said he plays in the double pivot 6. He plays as a centre back, so he must have some good.
Yeah, he has some form of defensive now. So yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But people say the same thing about Andre when people say like, "Oh, can he actually play the lone 6 for us?" But he's played as a centre back before. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. But he also drops into the. From what I've seen of him, he drops into between the centre backs and takes the ball.
Yeah, because when they take goal kicks, he drops deep to collect the ball from the keeper.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. Yeah, he starts the build up. So
that's why I can hear it. It could work. But yeah, it's not the end of the world, Ryan. There's so many people out there.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
Do you honestly trust the club to go and get one, or is it?
I wish it was the end of the world for you lot, but it's not the end of the world. If you miss out, let's say you do.
Ram, do you honestly trust this club to go and get someone in January? Then,
I think we'll get Andre in January.
I disagree. Cool, innit?
But even if you don't, it's like it's not the end of the world. You lot continue to get your questions in as well. KLFC says, Ram and Ryan, who's your front 3 going forward? Mine would be Diaz, Gakpo, and Salah.
Well, we don't know if Diaz is still available to play.
Let's say hypothetically he is. Would that be your front 3?
It's game dependent. Depends on opposition.
All right, let's go there. City away.
City this one. This is the front 3 I'd go with against City.
Okay, who's your next game against?
Brentford. That would be Diaz, Nunes, Salah.
Swap Jota with a Gakpo.
Okay, so Diaz and Salah are mainstays then, regardless, pretty much is what you're saying. And then
I'd say so, yeah, because even though I'm not a huge even though I've been criticizing Diaz a lot, I still think he's the profile that we need to still play at left wing. We still need him at that left wing.
once you don't have him, you start to realize why he's important.
Even though I do think he needs
Diaz.
Diaz. Yeah.
Because I think quite a lot of people were criticizing him beforehand. And then once we had a couple of games without him, you saw how much we needed someone like him in the team.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I agree. We do need him in the team, but I still think when he plays, he does need to step up. Yeah, we do need him because he's the only... I feel like he's the only proper winger we have. Do you get what I mean? He's the only winger. Like, Jota ain't a winger like that. Like,
this is where Jota is just an all-round forward, in my opinion. He can play in both left wing and striker, but it depends on the certain game. But this is where you say he's game dependent, because when it comes to Arsenal, I don't want Gakpo or Jota to start. I'd rather Núñez start against Arsenal.
But then against City, I think Gakpo has to start as the false nine because you need to compensate for the lack of a DM in that game, so Gakpo can drop deep and fill in midfield, but also to do job on Rodri. Rodri's the heartbeat of that City team. Like he controls that game for City, and you need to get someone on him to stop him from controlling it for City. You stop that, then actually, that's a big part of City at the end of the day. So Firmino used to do that. Actually, no, he didn't used to do that because when Rodri came to City and started balling out, it was more like we used to play Jota down the middle against City, and it just wouldn't work at times. Like last season, our game at Anfield where we beat City when Salah scored. Remember the 1-0 where Salah scored when he bounced Cancelo? I remember Firmino played in that game, and he would drop deep onto Rodri that game, and City struggled that game, and we won. But there've been times over the last couple of years where against City, they've dominated us in the game when we played like a Jota up front, for example, because Jota isn't a false nine. He won't drop deep like that. Do you get what I mean? So they've been able to control the game so easily. But you actually look at, even though they beat us 4-1 last season at Etihad, I remember first half we were all right. Like we went 1-0 up. First half we were looking good. And because Gakpo was in the false nine and was giving Rodri a hard time, Rodri should have got sent off. People forget Rodri should have got sent off that game in the first half for a second yellow. Gakpo was doing a good job. And so that's why I think Gakpo has to actually start as the false nine against City in it, because you need to stop Rodri from playing. So yeah.
Would you also say that with Jota, his movement, I think in terms of movement against everyone, he has the best movement, probably top 5.
He's got the most intelligent,
movement, top 5 in the world. Not in the world, sorry, in the Premier League. Wouldn't that be a little bit of a problem for someone like a Rodri if he constantly keeps on moving around?
No, because he won't drop deep like Gakpo does and fill in midfield. He's not that sort of player. He can, but he won't do it as well. He won't do it as well as what a Gakpo would do, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
I think a Gakpo would do it better.
Hey, you lot continue to get your questions in. Run up the likes as well. Make sure you run up the likes as well. Andy says, Ram, look at the midfield with Thiago and Bajetic returning. You think there's still space for another midfield?
That's why Thiago will leave this summer. Well, the summer coming up. He's going. He is definitely going.
Yeah, he's going.
We can't. I don't think we can afford someone that misses the amount of games that he has on the wages that he's on as well. And it's a shame. It is a big, big shame. But that's the nature of the game. If you're not available and you're like hemorrhaging money from us, then what worth are you if you're not going to play?
I'd consider selling him in January, to be honest with you. If you got a little bit of money for him. I don't know. There's just no point having him. His wages are way too high as well, man. What's he on? He's on a lot of wages at the club at the end of the day.
25.
Exactly. Like, you just need to get that off the wage bill. He's not contributing. And I'm not saying it's his fault. He's just injury prone, but he's not contributing. So, yeah, we do need to get rid of him. And it's sad because he's a quality player, but that's just the way it is at the end of the day. So yeah, but that means we do need an extra midfielder. Even if these two stayed, they've both been injured for a long time. And one of them's very, very injury prone. We definitely need another midfielder then anyway. So yeah, man, we definitely need one. 100%.
That's why I got to ask you the question of, that's why I say we're most like we could actually go on and get Andre, because one thing that FSG have done is that they sign players, I want to say prematurely, but before the actual player that's going to replace them comes in. So like Diaz for Mane and all that kind of stuff. That's why I say it's most likely that that we will go on and do it. So that's my thought process behind it, because FSG have shown that they've done it before. You know what I mean?
I don't trust these guys, man. You could say they didn't replace Fabinho
They were meant to, but they didn't, because certain people effed up. Because certain people effed up.
No, certain people did F up, yeah. I kind of blame FSG, but then for what happened in the summer, but actually I do blame them, but there's also other people to blame as well. Schmatke was useless. So yeah.
Although Schmatke was the guy that got the Gravenberch deal done.
No,
and everyone's loving him.
For that, but
everyone's loving him.
He also made mistakes as well with the Lavia thing. Couldn't negotiate to save his life. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hindsight is a very wonderful thing, and Lavia is injured.
Yeah, no, but he's only injured because he was on the end of a tackle in Chelsea training, bro. Who's to say that would have happened at Liverpool?
That is true. That is true. But I'm shameless, so I'm gonna say that.
Look at you, look at this guy. You know what I'm saying? Look at this guy.
I still think Lavia made the wrong career move, but
oh yeah, 100% flawless.
He definitely made the wrong career move, but
So, stay clear with you, look. I'm saying.
No, but what I'm saying is he would have started for us. There's no guarantee.
If you were his agent, and you had his career interest in his best interest for him, would you have told him to move to Chelsea or to Liverpool?
I would say go to Man United, mate. That's what I would have told him to do.
And ruin his career there.
I'm joking. Yeah, you're the best. Yeah. Whatever, man. You the best choice. You know what I'm saying?
We were the best choice for
you were the best choice
as well.
Yeah, you were.
As well.
So far, yeah.
Even his agent admitted it. You know, his agent admitted it as well. Caicedo's agent. He admitted after Liverpool was the most stable project, and the better kind of project. He said, I think as well. Even his agent admitted pretty much. So yeah, man.
No, I hear that.
But they got him in the relegation.
I know you got a dip, but we will drop. You lot, make sure you check out. I'll drop it again in the chat as well. But that's Ram's recent video. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you check that out. I just dropped it in the chat. Match reaction to because it came on whilst we was on here. So yeah, you didn't sound too happy at the start of it. So if you want to enjoy some Rams tears, people, make sure you go watch it.
Oh, you're
right
hilarious,
here.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? And that, am I hilarious or am I telling the truth? Why do people always get mad at me for stating facts? You didn't sound.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you.
You didn't sound happy. So why do you say that? Right. So why do we need this? We don't need this. We don't need this.
You're a very comedic guy.
I am hilarious, but I wasn't telling no jokes.
No, but I'm still just want to say. I just want to put it out there.
This guy, you see this Ram guy, people. Make sure you go to the Ram stand anyway, regardless. Make sure you go to the Ram stand.
Just hit 225 subscribers on the road to 250 now. You know how it is, man. Appreciate it.
Love that. We are gonna close out shortly, people. Do not worry about that. We are gonna
appreciate the time, Flawless. Ryan, as always, a pleasure.
Big up, man.
Chat, it's always a pleasure. Obviously, right now, this might be, for now, the last stream that I do here, so I appreciate the time and the opportunity given for me.
Anytime, man.
I'll be back. I'll be back
definitely
soon.
Back. We'll catch you on weekends and stuff, man. Don't worry about that. Man. We're pattern that.
And obviously, pro clubs.
Oh yeah. I already decided you out.
We're just getting the contract signed. Just looking through the contract when it gets signed.
My DM. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what Klopp can't and actually signing a quality DM. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Klopp, take notes. You know what I'm saying? Take notes.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man.
And also take notes on how to win back-to-back trophies, my friend. But yeah, bless up, man. Every single time.
Appreciate it, man.
Bless up, man. Every single time. Large up, Ram. You lot get your final few questions in before we close out. Believe me, I'm running a pro club session as well. I just don't know if the whole gang is about to Jesters, who says Flawless. I think a lot of your players on high wages will be moved on. This is the first step of a rebuild. I've seen this before. Two things in regards to this, Jesters. One, I don't trust these people to do anything, first and foremost. Secondly, I've seen Manchester United when we've moved on a lot of players on high wages. We did this a couple seasons back when we moved on. Ronaldo left, Matic left, Mata left, Pogba left, Cavani left, Lingard left. That's 6 off the top of my head right there. And they were like 6 of our biggest earners. And the chat P United fans will probably be able to tell me more. But that's 6. Like, I've seen this all before. Like, these people can't do anything correct. That's why I don't get excited when I hear anything. I'm not enthusiastic about anything in regards to the football club. Like, I know what the people are like who are in charge, and fully know. And I said it here, United need a physical midfield that's technical. Our midfielders are weak. None of them win their duels. Forget how blunt our attack is. And here's the thing is with that, do I think our individual midfielders are good enough? No. But then what you do to cover up that weakness is make the system better. Have a better system, have a better unit. Because we watched for the vast majority of last season, the Manchester United fans, our midfield of Casemiro, Eriksen, and Bruno succeed. And I don't think there's a Manchester United fan that think that midfield is good enough going forward. But it still performed to a certain level. I said all season long, Casemiro, cool. Eriksen, as much as I like him, needed an upgrade on. Bruno needed an upgrade on 2 out of the 3. But I watched them as a unit. For all the deficiencies that's in that midfield, because there is deficiencies, in particular with Eriksen and Bruno. But yet it still performed because the system was on point. And then when you take the system away, you see it. You see it's going to expose the deficiencies more so of said players. Because one thing, that's not the most mobile midfield. The only person with athleticism in that midfield is Casemiro. No one else say athletic or mobile. I can cover ground like that. Like, Bruno's energetic, that's it. But people mistake that. Just because you're energetic and durable does not mean you're an athlete. Like, you're just energy. And that's what it is. But again, the system helped. And now we're seeing without the system, you're going to get exposed even further. Our system that's why nobody looks good this season. Everybody looks bad. Everybody looks bad. That's not just on the manager and the system. That's also on the players as well. Yeah, Ibrahim, we always let go of players go on free agents every summer. But I remember them big earners, because they were like the 6 players I named. They were our biggest earners at that point. You lot continue to get your questions in as well. Eli says Caicedo would have done well at Arsenal as well, to be fair. Definitely could have used him in our midfield this year so far. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Caicedo, Rice, Odegaard midfield is a very good midfield on paper.
Yeah, that would have been cold.
That is a very good midfield. Same way if you went Liverpool and it's Caicedo, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, for example. That's a very good midfield as well. Same way if you would have put him in City's midfield. Like, Caicedo, I think we all in pretty much an agreement.
Yeah, we all know he's class. We all know he's class.
It's just a question of his ceiling and where he can go to. Because even in him next to Enzo, it looks good. It's just the rest of Chelsea's team is the problem.
Hey, man, Enzo fought another stinkfest yesterday, but no.
Yeah, he wasn't good. He wasn't good, but I think that was just Chelsea won 4-1 and just how you win 4-1.
Oh, my days. Chelsea were pathetic. Like, they were absolutely pathetic, bro. Like, how can you win 4-1, but you're still so pathetic, bro? Like, bro, do you know what it is? It was crazy. 9 men, high line. They were playing 9 men with a high line with Dyer and Emerson as their defenders, bro, as their centre backs. And it took until the 95th minute, and the game was still alive. Like Tottenham,
the game was alive late. Yeah, the game was alive late. Yeah, that's the
crazy thing. 4-1 wasn't a true reflection of that game. It was weird. It was probably one of the craziest games I've watched for a while. Like, it was a mental game. And,
Like, I was fully entertained.
And was a muppet as well for his tactics, because it was
Talk about it. Floor's yours.
Nah, I just don't like all this praise he's getting. This cringy praise he's getting. Ange for yesterday. Like, oh, he was so brave. Oh, he stuck to his principles. Like, bro, you're down to 10 men and 9 men. Yeah. Why are you playing a highlight on the halfway line? That's ridiculous. I know Chelsea aren't good, but you have to sit back, bro. You have to be sensible. You have to analyze the situation and do what's gives you the best chance of getting a result. And also, people forget Chelsea are dog shit at breaking down low blocks. Their own manager admitted it. Pochettino said it himself. They're not good at breaking down low blocks. So why don't you play a low block? You had every right to. If you'd have played a low block when you go 10 men down, people would have said, like, oh, that you've done absolutely the right thing, and you could have got a result. I'm telling you, Tottenham could have got a draw or maybe nicked something on the counter if they'd have played a low block against Chelsea, because Chelsea were useless. Let's just be real. They were absolutely useless, bro. Like, so, yeah, that was stupid from Ange. And yeah, as for Chelsea, man, like just don't get me started. Like Jackson scored a hat-trick and you could still see how much of a bum he is. Like, let's just be real. Like, it was just such a weird game, man. And I think it's unfortunate for Tottenham as well, in a way, because like obviously the Van de Ven, I don't think Maddison's going to be out for a while. Like that didn't. I think he was taken off as a precaution more so, but like the Van de Ven one looks bad, innit? That looks, yeah, he looks like he's out for a while. So yeah, that's a shame for them. But yeah, just Tottenham got the approach wrong, and Chelsea were just pathetic. Like, let's just honestly, they were awful, man. You're on mute.
Ryan getting it off his chest first. Jez is agreeing with you. He's saying he's getting told he's mad when he says it. But yeah, the game was excellent from a neutral standpoint. I've just never seen so much stupidness.
It was an unreal game to watch. Like the flash, especially first half. First half was
brilliant.
Mental. Absolutely mental,
man.
Also, if you look at the high line as well, I forgot to say this. That's how Udogie got sent off as well, because you look at Chelsea counter-attack through that because Tottenham were playing so aggressively and so high that eventually it was like a 3-on-2 or a 3-on-3, and that caused Udogie to get sent off and go down to 9 men. So, like, I don't know why he didn't take him off either when he was on the yellow. That was a bit... and should have taken him off before that anyway. And honestly, if they were 10 men and they'd have sat back against Chelsea, I honestly think Tottenham could have genuinely got a result. Like, genuinely got a result. So
it's one of them, yeah. It's one of them. If you do that, if he goes defensive and they get packed, then it's like you should have went for it. If they get sitting at the end, which they almost did, so it's fine. But I hear, once you get beat 4-1, you have to take
they almost got some at the end just because of how hopeless Chelsea were, in my opinion.
But that's what it is. We would be here praising him for that high line.
True.
But I thought, it was super entertaining. It really was. It really, really was. Like, final few questions before we close out. Warrior J says, thoughts on Harvey Elliott this season, Ryan?
You know what it is with Elliott, yeah? As an impact season, I think he's been exceptional. Like, as an impact sub, I think he's been really, really good this season. And he's definitely made great impacts for us this season when he's come off the bench. But I'm still not impressed with him when he starts. Like, when he starts for us, whether it's in Europa League or he started for us against Brighton away and, Europa League Carling Cup games as well, I just don't think he's done enough in those games. I just don't think he's played well enough when he's started games. But as an impact sub, I can't fault him at all. He's been fantastic this season as an impact sub. But that's how he should stay, in my opinion, because when he starts, whether it's on the right wing or in midfield, he just doesn't do enough for me. So yeah, that's what it is with him.
That's fair. That's fair. Let's see what else you lot are saying as well. Flawless, I'm not going to lie. Victor's reaction made me laugh. Oh, it was hilarious on the kick because I'm there with Surfer and Victor and they're winning 3-1 and they're not happy because they're just like, this is outrageous that the game has, like Ryan mentioned it, that the game was still alive for so long. You're playing 9 men against the high line and you have, it's not like Chelsea don't have the pace to
Chelsea had pace, man.
Yeah?
They brought,
like, it's a big pitch at Spurs. Just put your fullbacks or your wingers, chalk on their boots either side and just switch the ball and just keep it moving. And there was a time Gallagher took a free kick and just kicked it long to Sterling and I laughed. I just laughed out loud. I was like, there's half an hour to go. You're playing 9 men at that point. Why would you do that? Just keep the ball shifting. It's really not difficult. But hey, we move. For real. See what else you lot are saying as well. Final few. Bump up the likes though, people. Bump up the likes. How many likes? And don't forget, I will be running Pro Club straight after this. So this video is going to redirect to the Sarcasm City TV gaming YouTube channel. But final few questions. 4 more likes. Get us up to 30 likes, people. Hit that subscribe button. We're one short of 8,560. We're one short. Hit that subscribe button, people, as well. In regards to content today, I was going to say tomorrow. Today, unfortunately, I got to do the Copenhagen versus Manchester United watch along. So that'll be live right here on the YouTube channel.
Man said, unfortunately, you have to do it.
Have you seen my team play? It's very unfortunate. I am not looking forward to that. 7-4. Like, hopefully Copenhagen
you don't
go
think
down.
You get a result? Are you playing home or away?
Away.
Ooh.
Can we get a result? Yes. Could we also get turned over? Yes.
I didn't watch your game against Copenhagen, your last one, but I didn't see it, so I don't know how good they
just to clarify, we was in the trenches and it took a last-minute penalty save from Onana for us.
I knew it took a last-minute penalty save, but I don't know how good.
Did you watch us against Fulham?
I watched the second half.
Okay, so that was pretty much the Copenhagen game.
Wow.
How we played against Fulham in that second half is how we played against Copenhagen. Also, how he played against Newcastle, how he played against Sheffield United.
Oh, your
how
Newcastle. I watched your game against Newcastle because the Liverpool game wasn't live in it on TV. So I saw your game against Newcastle. Oh my days!
It's insert. What's it called? Insert game here. Insert team here. Like that's just what it is. Just replace team with team. That's been it. So could we win?
Brother, can I ask you a question?
Could we lose? Yeah, go on.
I've heard people say about Anthony. Is he the worst signing United have ever made?
He's definitely in the conversation because of the price point.
Just because of the money, he's just
because of the price point. Before him, it was Maguire, and now he costs a little bit more. But he's definitely top 3. It's him, Maguire, and somebody else. He's definitely in the conversation. I'm not going to argue that because he's.
Can you not see him turning it around at all?
No, because there's nothing in his game that makes me go, yeah. Because he was average last season.
Agree.
He's gotten worse. He's not even average no more. I can't remember the last time. I can't remember the last time this season he's had an average performance where I go, oh, he was okay. He was 5 out of 10. Everything is just awful. Yeah, Ten Hag supports Anthony. I think he had a really good preseason. He has to get himself back into form, hard work, invest, and it will come. I'm sure. The thing someone should have said pause for that. Number 1, number 2. When's he been in form to get back into it? He's never been in form.
Didn't Sancho have a good preseason?
But it's not. Yeah, Sancho playing as the false 9. They said obviously I didn't watch preseason games because
I'm just saying what people said.
Yeah, people said that because you're not wrong. I'm saying preseason that Chelsea fans talking about Nicholas Jackson like he's baby Drogba.
Oh, like he's new Drogba. Oh my.
Yeah, it was baby Drogba, and then we seen that even in the hat trick, and he's still how you score a hat trick and still getting clowned. But how that tells you all you need to know. I'm like, how do you score a hat trick and you still getting clowned? Score prediction for your Brentford game, Ryan, and score prediction for Luton game, Flawless. Are you you at home or you away to Brentford?
Yeah, we're at Anfield. Yeah.
Oh, it's at Anfield. All right, score prediction.
Brentford have been asked this season. I'll go 3-1. I'll go 3-1. Liverpool.
Going 3-1. Luton game.
Come on, it's Luton at home, fam.
I think we win, but I'm just thinking of how poor the performance is going to be. I would say I'll go 2-0. 2-0.
Yeah, fair.
Right, with no confidence. Fair. That's a no with confidence whatsoever. Yeah, so Eli said it should have been trolling Spurs with the Jackson 5, but instead we got that performance. All he had to do was look competent, and no one would have said anything. And Liverpool, and Chelsea fans go enjoy it, and rightfully so. But it's like when you look at the performance, like.
But I've seen Chelsea fans like not happy with that performance at all.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Which is fair enough. Which is I respect that in it, like. Because obviously, when you've beaten,
keep it rolling. 1 second, fam. Carry on. 1 second.
Yeah, because obviously, when you've beaten, one of your biggest rivals at the end of the day, some Chelsea fans have Spurs as their biggest rivals, and you go to their place and you're beaten 4-1. Obviously, your emotion, your logic can be clouded and stuff like that. But to be fair to Chelsea fans, I've heard a lot say that now the performance wasn't good enough. Yeah, they won, but it wasn't good enough. So I respect that, to be honest with you, because it was obvious to everyone. If any, decent team, if Spurs were in that position playing the City or even or Liverpool, it could have been like 7 or 8 minimum, like honestly. And the fact it took Chelsea until the 95th minute to seal the game was just crazy. Like, yeah, I'd be worried if I was a Chelsea fan still. Like, mind you, I hope they get a result against City, to be honest with you. Whether it's I hope they get a result against City, but yeah, man, that was poor from Chelsea still. Yeah, any other questions? Oh yeah, someone mentioned about Nunes as well. Like, I think it's with Nunes is more like he definitely cost us the other day with the misses, but like he wasn't the only bad player. Like Salah was worse as well. Szoboszlai was worse. Jota was arguably worse. So it wasn't just him, but at the same time, with Nunes, you do have to criticize him for that, and he needs to cut a lot of the misses out of his game as well. Like, he's actually had a very good season so far, in my opinion. I've been happy with him this season as a whole. when he's played. Like, he's got good numbers, and his actual overall game's improved massively this season as well, to be honest with you. So with Núñez, but the problem is with Núñez, is my issue with him is you can't be relying on him. You sometimes can't trust him. Do you get what I mean? He needs to cut these misses out of his game. And I said this before. When we played Toulouse in the Europa League a couple of weeks ago, we beat him like 5-1. Was it 5-1? Yeah. And he had that chance, Núñez, in second half where he rounded the keeper and hit the post with the open goal, and then Gravenberch puts it in on the kind of rebound. And I remember Liverpool fans on social media and on stuff like laughing about, joking about, Núñez, this is what he does, and typical Darwin, but like funny kind of thing. Do you get what I mean? But I was like, why are you man laughing? Because do you not realize that? I knew then he's going to cost us a game by doing stupidness
it's
like
gonna
that.
happen at some point.
And will you man be laughing then? No. So why are you laughing so much, man? And he cost us the other day. And this is what I get nervous about with Núñez, is because when Salah, and it's still why whilst Salah has been doing great he's been doing great with the assists and as a facilitator and everything, with his passing and stuff.
Yeah.
But I still want him closer to goal. I still want him on the end of chances. Do you get what I mean? Because he's our most technically proficient player still. And my issue is with Núñez is that when Salah does leave, because I think he's going to leave next summer to go to Saudi, I think he will go Salah. Yeah. So then my issue is are we just going to be relying on, is Núñez going to be our main guy to rely on for goals? Because if he is, fuck me, I'm nervous, bro. Because you can't.
It won't just be him though. There'll be more, and you'll sign somebody to replace Salah as well. Obviously, you ain't going to get Salah, but
is he going to be the main man that you're trusting to go and get 25, 30 goals like Salah does?
I think Klopp's use of him now shows. I don't think he is going to be your main guy. I don't think so.
I hope he isn't in terms of that. I'm not. But there's definitely a place for him in the team. There's definitely a place for him in the squad.
Agreed.
But I just don't think you can have him as your main source of goals to be reliant on for your main amount of goals. Do you get, like we have been with Salah over the last week? Because Salah's technically proficient. Salah's consistent. And that's why I still think we have to move Salah closer to goal and, kind of to what he used to be, because he's still our technically most proficient player. If he gets a chance, you're going to trust him a lot more than you trust Núñez at the end of the day.
Facts.
So, and that's the thing, man. I like all these assists that he's doing, Salah, and, how he's playing facilitator. But for me, just play him how he used to play him in it at the end of the day. That's just my opinion. So, yeah.
Well, that's fair.
But Núñez has had a good season so far, to be fair to him. It's not like he's playing bad. Like, he's actually had a very good season.
Yeah, I think that, like you said, there's a place for him in the squad.
There's definitely a place for him.
If you're trying to go above and beyond, that's a whole different conversation. If you're trying to go to that next level. And Chet, you got fans out here. Shout out to Pels. Pels, good to see you in the chat. She says, Ryan, do you only come on here or you got your own channel too? Hey, Ryan, it's a rare moment, man. I'm saying people want to hear more from you. So I'll let you respond to this.
Yeah, big up. I'm only mainly on here, to be honest. Obviously, we do Shameless on Lewis's channel.
Yep.
Even though we haven't done that for a while because everyone's just been too busy. But obviously, we do that. Normally, it's weekly, innit? And now I don't have my own channel. I'm just, haven't got the time and to be able to do that. So yeah, maybe one day, but not in like the near future or anything. So yeah.
You see Ryan on here, like you said, Carefree Lewis G as well, Shameless FC alongside myself as well. And Pels, good to see you in the chat as always. Before we do close out, big up Ibrahim says flawless. I don't see Ten Hag using Ahmad as well. Last preseason he used him like Sancho in the false nine, and he doesn't use the false nine. I hear you, Ibrahim, and I think it would be a mistake not to try him on the right wing, left-footed. Why would you not? He's the closest person we have in profile to Anthony, and the manager, you like Anthony. So why would you not try? Why would you not try Diallo there? Even if Diallo's not the answer. All I'm saying is at least come up with solutions because we know what's not working. That's why I said play Palestri. Play Diallo once he gets back. Even if you play Højlund out there and play somebody else false nine, mix it up. Drop the players who aren't playing, but he's not going to do that. That's why it's a question of when this manager gets sacked, not if. Tells you all you need to know. Warrior J, you're a real one as well for making a timestamp for this. You know what I'm saying? Much appreciated. Shout out to Warrior J, because he'd be making for all them people for months, probably years now, who complained in not so much in the chat, but more so in the comments after. Why is there no timestamps in particular watch-alongs? Now there's timestamps. I don't see you lot saying anything. But there's timestamps legit for every single live stream on the channel now because of Warrior J. Warrior J, you're a true legend for that. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got real estate in the city of Sarcasm. We got streets named after him here. Big up to Warrior J, man. Best mod out here by far. So salute to you. So yeah, you get timestamps. You literally just go to the comment section, people, on YouTube. That's for anyone who's listening on the audios or maybe watching this back, and it's pinned and you'll see it, and then it's a timestamp. Watch alongs, this show, all the other shows, etc. And if this show is your favorite show as well, people, there is a playlist for this. You get it every Tuesday at midnight UK time, 12 a.m. UK time. Like Ram said, he won't be about as often, but Ryan will still be here. Saint will be here from time to time as well. So don't worry about that. You're still going to get this content. Don't forget, this show and all the other shows are available on audio-only platforms as well. SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV. So that's SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to audio platforms. So like I always say, if you want to listen while you're at the gym, I'm saying you may be cooking, might be cleaning. You might just not want to have the YouTube app open. You may prefer to listen to podcasts in a more traditional way, the original way that podcasts were before they were also video, because we're not just a YouTube channel, people. We out here creating content, creating podcasts, and the show does not stop, because we're going to redirect straight from this stream on Sarcasm City TV to go to the Sarcasm City TV gaming YouTube channel, where we are running pro clubs. But Ryan, anything you want to add before we close out?
Shout out Glenn Maxwell for Australia today in the cricket for like one of the most insane innings I've ever seen. It was just mental, man. For doing Pakistan a favor as well. So yeah, shout him out. Yeah, that's it.
There we go. What happened in the cricket? I've not been following whatsoever.
So,
what's going on?
Australia played Afghanistan today. And Afghanistan be doing really well in the Cricket World Cup, by the way. Shout them out. They'd be doing really well. South Afghanistan batted first. They got like 291, which is a good, I think a good score. And then Australia obviously trying to chase, and Australia were like 91 for 7. Like they were doing terrible, Australia. And then Maxwell suddenly hit a double century, and whilst having a back injury, and won him the game. It was just crazy, man. It was actually mental. So big him up, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. And to what's your channel game? Jason, Sarcasm City TV Gaming literally is gonna go live from here right now. I'm literally about to go live on the channel. So it will redirect straight from here to now. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going live. And to God AM says I got £10 on Luton beating Manchester United in your next. Is that supposed to be a shocking statement? Like, we are fully aware of how bad Manchester United are. I think everyone is. But yeah, big up to you anyway. AEM. Like I said, we're gonna go live from here onto there as well. What am I even titling this? Always working while we working, people. You already know what it is.
I need to dip, but big up.
Yeah, Ryan, love every time. Yeah, I'll catch up with you soon. Yeah, every time.
Big up everyone in the comments as well.
Large up everyone in the cut as well. All right, push for first promotion. See what you have to do, because you know when you game it doesn't allow you to what's it called, people? It doesn't allow you to sell videos. So yeah, so I have to do this exactly like this, and then we're gonna raid. So all right, that's gonna go live on there. So I'm live on 2 channels at once. We live right here on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Also live on the Sarcasm City TV Gaming. Large up everyone that's tapped in as well. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to everyone on the Sarcasm City TV Gaming channel. As for all of you lot on the YouTube, big up. We're going to redirect over here right now as we speak. Bear with me. Why is it not popping up? But bump up the likes over here as well. And Warrior J put it in the chat already. Sarcasm City TV Gaming. We're running pro clubs. Push for first promotion, people. Push for first promotion. So I'm just resetting it now. I don't know why it's not popping up. But you lot can hear me and see me on the gaming channel as well already. Warrior J, like I said, real one. This thing moving slow. Typical. Yeah. Bear with me. Like, that's the man in the chat. That's why I got this headset on. I hate this. Ish. For real. Trying to redirect you lot over there still. Before we start. And like I said, back tomorrow, Manchester United, Copenhagen, Manchester United watch along here on the YouTube channel, and of course the Q&A as well. Thank you for your comments in Chelsea and the Troops episode. You already know, man. You know what I'm saying, Andrew? You already know. Back Again podcast is out. Make sure you check that out on Troops TV. Hilarious, as always. Always hilarious. Why is this just don't want to work? Let's see. There we go. Right, so it's gonna redirect you over to there now, people. But love to everyone that's locked in. This has been the Manchester United Liverpool show live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.